Singapore has no land to farm. It has no water of its own. It has no raw materials. And yet it produces businesses that do not exist anywhere else on the planet. Not because they invest millions in technology, but because in a city where nothing is left over, entrepreneurs learn to ask a question that changes everything. What is my city throwing away that is actually worth money? Today we are going to look at 20 businesses that were born in Singapore and that you can replicate in any country in the world with resources that already exist in your city. Stay until the end because business number 20 is the one that impacted me the most and the one that proves that the most powerful business can be born from the simplest question. Business number 1. Coffee without coffee beans. Prefer is a Singaporean company that produces a drink that tastes like coffee without using a single bean. The raw material is 3 waste products that any city generates in industrial quantities. Leftover bread from bakeries, soy pulp from the tofu manufacturing process, and spent grains from breweries. They ferment them for 24 hours, roast them, and produce something that baristas describe as nutty and chocolatey, similar to a medium-quality Brazilian Arabica. Prefer raised $6.2 million and distributes in 14 establishments with active expansion into Thailand and Australia. The principle does not require millions. It requires understanding that in your city, there are bakeries that throw away bread every day, tofu factories that throw away pulp, and breweries that throw away spent grains. All free, all fermentable. In Latin America, where coffee is a cultural identity and climate change threatens its production in entire regions of Colombia, Brazil, and Mexico, Prefer's question is the most urgent one that exists. What is the alternative when coffee becomes scarce? Business number 2. Chocolate without cocoa. In Singapore, there is a restaurant that produces what they call reincarnated chocolate, without a gram of cocoa. The raw material is 3 waste products from food processing: cocoa husks left over from processing beans, discarded skin from the coffee bean, and coconut flesh that industries throw away. They roast them, grind them with cocoa butter, and produce bars with coconut notes and a creamy finish. The global chocolate market exceeds $130 billion, and cocoa faces structural scarcity due to disease and climate change. In coffee, coconut, and cocoa-producing regions such as Colombia, Ecuador, and Brazil, the raw materials for this business are available in any processing plant for free. Business number 3. Premium cookies made with coffee waste and food industry waste. Moonbeam was founded by 3 Singaporean university students who produce cookies with spent coffee grounds and residues from other industries. 30% of each cookie is upcycled raw material by weight. Corporate clients buy them as gifts because the product communicates sustainability without looking like activism. Moonbeam sells to companies that use them as corporate gifts with an environmental narrative included. The corporate segment that pays more for a product that communicates its values exists in any city with a medium-sized business sector. And spent coffee grounds, which any cafe generates and throws away every day, are the most available and ignored raw material in the food industry. Business number 4. Shrimp raised on stacked floors inside buildings. Vertical Oceans developed a modular system to raise shrimp inside buildings on superimposed floors. No sea, no mangrove, no antibiotics. Its prototype produced more than 1 ton of shrimp in its first year with 10 harvests. In 2021, it closed a seed round of $3.5 million with Khosla Ventures. The global shrimp market is worth $50 billion a year. The model does not require coast or sea. It requires a building and the closed-loop circulation system. In any Latin American city without access to the coast, but with demand for seafood, City Shrimp solves a supply chain problem that today nobody solves well. Business number 5. Vegetables grown in rotating towers powered by water. Sky Greens built 9-meter aluminum towers in which plants rotate driven only by the movement of water. No electric motor, no soil, with 95% less water than conventional agriculture. Singapore's vertical farming market is projected at $702 million by 2030. The model emerged from the most extreme restriction. There is no agricultural land. The response to that restriction is today a global-scale business. In Latin American cities with structural droughts and long agricultural supply chains, the model is replicable with local-scale investment. Subscribe to this channel if you still have not done so. Here we publish real businesses with principles applicable in any country. Activate the bell so you do not miss the next videos. And if you want to learn how to import the equipment for any of these businesses directly from Asia, the link in the description takes you straight to that information. Business number 6. The restaurant where people eat in complete darkness. Dining in the dark exists in Singapore. The customer eats without seeing anything. The venue is in total darkness. The waiters are visually impaired people. The result is that ordinary dishes taste extraordinary because the senses are redistributed. The average ticket is 2 to 3 times higher than that of a conventional restaurant because they are not selling food. They are selling an experience that does not exist anywhere else in the city. In any Latin American city with a middle to upper spending audience, this model is available without patent or specific technology and generates constant organic press. Business number 7. The Michelin restaurant chef who opens a stall in a popular market. In Singapore, there are chefs with experience in Michelin-starred establishments who open stalls in popular food markets at $5 or $8. Not because they cannot afford a restaurant space, but because they discovered that the volume of a popular market generates more income than the margin of a formal restaurant. A stall with a 45-minute line can exceed the daily sales of a restaurant with triple the capacity. Fine dining skill at the price and format of the local market is one of the highest return models without large investment that exists in gastronomy. Business number 8. The Kelong, the floating farm that is also a restaurant. Hua Kelong is an ancestral Singaporean floating fishing structure that became Singapore's first restaurant owned by a fisherman. The chef raises sea bass, grouper, and pomfret in his floating structure and serves them in his restaurant hours after taking them out of the water. The chain is completely vertical. It produces, cooks, and serves. No middlemen. The customer pays a premium for that total traceability. In Latin America, there are kilometers of underused coastline and fishing communities without access to value markets. That model connects production with the consumer directly without any additional technology. Business number 9. The hotel built with retired buses. The bus collective took retired public transport buses, transformed them into hotel rooms, and installed them near Singapore Airport. Each bus is a room equipped with a bed bathroom and carefully designed interior. The construction cost per room is a fraction of that of a conventional room because the structure already exists. The hotel frequently sells out because it is photogenic and highly shareable on social media. In Latin America, there are retired fleets of buses, trains, and rail cars in every country. None is being converted into a hotel with a design criterion. Whoever does it first in a city with airport traffic has low cost, high visual impact, and guaranteed press coverage. Business number 10. The bar that serves cocktails with ingredients foraged from local nature. Native in Singapore is a bar where the founder and his team collect wild ingredients from the region to make cocktails. Curry leaves, pink jasmine, jackfruit, weaver ants, everything foraged, everything with a story of where it was found and by whom. Native is on lists of the best bars in the world and generates constant press without a marketing budget. In Latin America, which has the greatest biodiversity on the planet, the wild fruits, flowers, and herbs that grow on their own are world-class ingredients that nobody has turned into a bar product with that narrative. Amazonian copoazu, wild passion fruit, tree tomato. Each one is a cocktail that does not exist in any other bar in the world. Business number 11. The store of imperfect fruits and vegetables that supermarkets reject. In Singapore, there are specialty stores for fruits and vegetables that supermarkets reject because of appearance, irregular shapes, non-standard sizes. The taste is identical. The nutritional composition is identical. The price is 30 to 40% lower. The model is simple. Rejected produce is bought at discard price and sold with a waste reduction narrative. In Latin America, it is estimated that between 30 and 40% of food is lost before reaching the consumer, much of it because of aesthetic standards in distribution channels. That discarded produce does not require any technology to become a business. Business number 12. The brewery that uses the same grains 3 times. In Singapore, there are microbreweries that adopted a zero-waste model. The grains they use to make beer, once used, are dried and sold to bakeries to make bread. The wastewater is filtered for irrigation. The sediments are composted. The result is a brewery that generates 3 products from the same initial raw material and has a sustainability narrative that young consumers are willing to pay to support. The model does not require advanced technology. It requires designing the process from the beginning with the right question. What happens to each byproduct? Business number 13. Gourmet mushrooms grown on spent coffee grounds. In Singapore and throughout Asia, there are companies that grow gourmet mushrooms on spent coffee grounds. The mushrooms use the residual nutrients as substrate. A medium-sized cafe generates 10 kilos of spent grounds a day. Those 10 kilos can produce between 1 and 2 kilos of fresh mushrooms per 3-week cycle. The selling price of fresh gourmet mushrooms ranges from $5 to $20 per kilo. The raw material costs zero. The model can operate in 20 square meters. In Latin America, gourmet mushroom production is extremely scarce and demand is growing. Whoever fills that gap first in their city owns that market. Business number 14. Biodegradable packaging made with fast-growing local plants. In Singapore, there are companies that produce biodegradable packaging using bamboo, banana, and sugarcane. The packaging has the same functional properties as plastic, but degrades in 90 days. Restaurants and brands pay a premium because consumers reward them and regulations demand it. In Latin America, there is more bamboo, sugarcane, and banana than in any other region in the world, and regulations against plastic are growing in every country. Whoever produces quality biodegradable packaging with local raw material has a customer in every restaurant, supermarket, and brand that wants to sell in international markets. Business number 15. The fusion cuisine of two cultures that lived together for centuries. Peranakan food was born in Singapore from the fusion between Chinese and Malay cuisine during centuries of coexistence. It has techniques, ingredients, and flavors that do not exist in any other cuisine on the planet. The principle is replicable in any city with a history of migration. The most interesting fusion cuisines are not the ones a chef decides to make in a trendy restaurant, but the ones that were born from two communities living together and mixing their recipes without realizing it. In Colombia, there is the fusion of Afro-Colombian cuisine with Spanish and indigenous traditions. In Mexico, there are unique regional mixtures. None has the global gastronomic recognition it deserves. Whoever packages it first as an experience with a narrative of origin has something that no chef can copy. Business number 16. The seed store for forgotten agricultural varieties. In Singapore, there are stores that sell seeds of ancestral varieties of vegetables and fruits that industrial agriculture eliminated, not for reasons of taste, but because of standardization and transport. The buyer is the urban gardener, the restaurant that wants to differentiate itself, and the farmer looking for a premium niche. In Latin America, there is unprecedented agricultural biodiversity. Native potatoes from the highlands in more than 300 varieties, colored corn, chilies and tomatoes with flavors that industrial agriculture lost. Whoever begins to cultivate and market that diversity first has a business with a literally irreproducible genetic advantage. Business number 17. The verifier of origin of agricultural commodities with artificial intelligence. Profile Print is a Singaporean system that uses portable scanners to authenticate the quality and geographic origin of cocoa, coffee, and grains in seconds. It signed contracts with Louis Dreyfus, Olam, and Sukafina, three of the largest food trading companies in the world. The service charges per analysis performed. In Latin America, fine Colombian cocoa, specialty coffee, and organic quinoa are sold at generic prices because there is no quality verification at origin. This model has a huge market and almost no local competitors. Business number 18. The restaurant that experiments with the food of the future as a gastronomic proposal. Fura in Singapore has a menu titled Journal of Future Food. Each dish is made with ingredients that the industry considers waste or rarity. Insect proteins, local ferments, alternative coffee. Diners do not only pay to eat, they pay to understand where food is going in the next 20 years. Fura has corporate clients who use it to bring customers and investors who want to see real innovation on a plate. The narrative of the future has a value that the conventional restaurant cannot compete with because it does not have a story to tell in the same way. Business number 19. Automatic climate insurance for farmers without a bank. In Singapore, there are companies that design parametric insurance for small farmers in developing countries, not conventional insurance with adjusters and bureaucracy. Index insurance. If rainfall in your region falls below a specific threshold in a specific period, the payment is activated automatically based on satellite data. No paperwork, no visit, no bank. The payment arrives in hours. Satellite climate data is free for any area on the planet. In Latin America, there are millions of small farmers without insurance of any kind. 1 year of drought can destroy decades of work with no safety net. It is the largest and most underserved market in the region. And we have reached business number 20, the one that impacted me the most, the one with the most transferable principle to anywhere in the world. Business number 20, the company that turns the waste of one industry into the main input of another. It is not a specific business. It is the principle behind all the businesses on this list. In Singapore, there are companies whose only model is to identify the byproduct that one industry throws away, understand its real composition, and find the industry that needs it. The coffee grounds that the cafe throws away are the perfect substrate for gourmet mushrooms. The soy pulp that the tofu factory throws away is the key ingredient of coffee without beans. The cocoa husk that the chocolate maker throws away is the raw material for chocolate without cocoa. The rice husks that rice producers throw away are the best biomass fuel for rural areas without access to gas. The business is the bridge between the one who throws away and the one who needs. And that bridge exists in every city, in every industry, in every country. Whoever builds it does not need to invent anything. They need to see what others are not seeing. In Latin America, there are thousands of industrial waste streams that have no useful destination. Sugarcane bagasse, mango peel, avocado pulp, quinoa processing residue, wastewater from the dairy industry. All are being incinerated or buried. All have a potential buyer who still does not know they need them. Singapore's question is the right question for any entrepreneur anywhere in the world. What is my city throwing away that is actually worth money? Leave me in the comments which of these 20 businesses seemed most replicable in your city and what country you are from. The next video can go exactly in that direction. Subscribe and activate the bell. Here we publish the most surprising businesses in the world with principles that can be applied starting today. And check the description. The link to import equipment and technology from Asia is there waiting for you. See you in the next video.